What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 Friday news. As promised, Trendy has given us another little piece of what's to come in the next update. Now, I did want to get this out there. This is not just an update. This is a full-blown expansion to Dungeon Defenders 2, and it will completely change how we play the game. So excited to get more and more news as it comes. Now, up until this point, we know that this expansion is bringing a big change to crit damage and how it works, how it's calculated, and how it procs. So your builds and how you build your defenses now will be changing without a doubt. Now, in addition to that, last week we learned that magical properties are going to be added back to the game. There's not a set name for what these properties are going to be called yet. I'm just going to call them passives for the context of this video. Now, these passives will roll on armor, weapons, and relics and will affect your hero or your defense in a special way depending on which passive it is that you're using. Now, one of the newest features that was announced today is Reforging and upgrading is coming to DD2. Now, this means all these magical properties that we're going to be collecting up are going to be able to be swapped from one relic, armor piece, or weapon to another. Now, you will have to you won't be able to take passives off that aren't meant for something else. It'll have to go, say, sword to sword or relic to relic. However, we will have the ability to change these around, and that will take away quite a bit of the RNG and the grind involved with finding the passives that we want to see. Now, in addition to the reforging process, you will also be able to upgrade your gear. Meaning not what upgrading means right now. You will be able to do the same upgrading process, but you will also be able to evolve your gear. Which means if you find a really good relic, say in campaign mode, you will be able to upgrade that piece of gear and use that relic all the way up to Chaos 7. Now, they also told us that the numbers are going up. We don't know exactly what that means for power and how it will interact with the magical properties, but say 22,976 is no longer going to be the maximum number that you can find on a relic, and you're going to be able to surpass the stats that are currently available in the game in Chaos 7. Like I said, it's too soon to tell any specifics with that. We do know crit damage is changing, so we don't know exactly how this will directly affect us. Now, one of the cool things here is you will be able to take that weapon skin that you like. If you've got your Armageddon on your Apprentice or your Infernal Combustor on your Monk and you want to keep that weapon look, you will be able to upgrade that weapon all the way to Chaos 7 and use it as often as you like. Now, these upgrading materials will drop per specific tier. Meaning, of course, you're not going to find the materials to upgrade to something all the way to Chaos 7 if you're only doing Chaos 1 maps. You will have to go up through the various tiers to collect all the materials you need. In addition to that, the materials that are required will drop per region on the maps, which means some types of materials will only drop on forest maps, some types of materials will only drop on town maps, and we'll have to wait and see exactly how that is all divided up. Yet Trendy has promised that it will be very visible as far as what drops where in-game. Now, on that note, of course, we want to have the ability to play any map we want, and Trials will be leaving Dungeon Defenders 2. The Trials system will be gone 100% and fully replaced with Expeditions. Now, Expeditions will follow the same route as Trials as far as the introduction of various Chaos mobs, and I'm expecting we will have the same mobs, so you're always going to get cyborgs, for example, in Chaos 2 Expeditions. However, we will now have the ability to play any of the maps. Now, it's not every map in the game. Mark confirmed it during the Trendy stream today that Betsy and the Harbinger will not be in Expeditions, so I am assuming that it will be the 21 maps that are currently available in Mastery and the main maps in the game. So you will be able to pick and choose what map and what difficulty you want to play, And this is something that, in my opinion, needed to be a thing ever since day one, as it is just going to completely vary it up. You pick the map. No more getting maps constantly that you don't like or dealing with the RNG. You go in, you pick the map that you want, and go from there. Now, this doesn't affect Onslaught, of course, and the Onslaught system will stay as it is. Now, one thing that was teased in the devlog, now there is a link in the description to the full devlog. It's a long read, but I do suggest everyone go over and check it out. But one of the teases there that's got a lot of people excited is there will be a magical property to give traps, auras, and nodes the ability to compete against cyborgs. How absolutely awesome. So we learned last week there will be magical properties that help us compete against geodes. For example, making a cannonball penetrate a geode. There will also be magical properties that give us that same benefit, and it eliminates quite a bit of the hard counters that are currently in Dungeon Defenders 2. So as always, stay tuned for the channel. I will bring all the info right to you as soon as it becomes available. So thank you very much for watching. Click that like button, please subscribe to the channel, and I will be back soon with massive more amounts of Dungeon Defenders 2. Thanks again, I'll see you next time.